And unfortunately, it actually goes downhill from there.
Yeah.
The new games. Which ones should we talk about first?
Um,
Should we talk about Sex Calibur?
yeah, let's talk about.
We talk about Sex Calibur. So Sex Calibur is the only Japanese one that we played out of all of these.
Is it Japanese?
Yeah, originally.
Really?
Yeah, it's originally a Japanese Eroge.
So alarm bells start ringing when I load up the game.
I know what you're about to
I
say.
load up the game, and they're like, "Do you have a Levens device you would like to connect to?"
Yo, that was insane.
I thought that was insane.
I opened up the website just to see what it was like.
You got 50% off, bro?
Yeah, 50% off. And I was just like, what?
Yes.
That's the future.
Yeah, so Lovents, if you don't... Love, is that how you say it? Lovents? Love the sense? I don't know how you say it.
I don't know.
So if you... To those who are not aware, and I envy you who are not aware, there's a company that does these kind of like long-distance relationship kind of like sex toys, I guess. But they also work with a lot of games as well.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
I didn't know how many games they worked with.
I know... I think Ultrakill is a game where like the anal one works.
What?
Wait, what's Ultrakill?
What?
Also, what the fuck did you just say?
Are you fucking... Are you trolling me right now?
Hold on.
I'm pretty sure Ultrakill works with anal plugs or something. Can you Google this? I don't know how you Google this.
Wait. Before you go, how did you come across this piece of information?
I think the dev tweeted about it as like a joke, being like, "Hey, by the way, butt plugs now work with Ultrakill."
Okay, first of all, what's Ultrakill?
It's literally like Doom,
Yeah.
but like even more intense.
Okay.
It's so sick.
And why does this work with...
Ultrakill butt plug, type in. Ultrakill has patched in bug plot support for the game.
What?
Screen shakes firing weapon movement. It's so funny.
I like as well optional menu feedback.
Yeah.
So this is actually when I heard about this company that does these sex toys. Because I was like, how does it work with a butt plug? So yeah, basically this is a company that does butt plugs or what are they called?
Adult toys.
Adult toys that work remotely.
Yeah.
And this game has functionality where you can pair your device
Yeah.
to it. And I almost wish that we had one.
Yeah.
So that I could see
Yeah.
what the fuck it was doing.
It's like an N64 Rumble pack, but if you put it on your dick. It's the only way to describe it.
You mean you didn't do that with the 360 controller? I'm kidding. No, yeah. So, and in the game, they had like a massive fucking like section of the menu that was like, buy a cum toy, cum.
Are you talking about Ultrakill or Sex Calibur?
Sex Calibur.
Yeah, because I spent a lot of the gameplay just like
Gameplay?
The gameplay.
Gameplay.
What gameplay?
The gameplay initially just being like, how the fuck would you Bluetooth a device
Yeah.
to this? How does it like sync automatically? Do you just press autoplay and then just sit?
I'm sure.
Like,
Yeah, I guess.
I
so.
think
I was so curious.
I think so.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was the thing that stood out the most about the game initially when we opened it.
Yeah.
yeah.
When you boot into this game, the story starts out. You're just a lowly knight in a force about to be struck down by the evil demon princess Kayla.
Yeah. I'm surprised you remember her names.
Yeah, I remember the names. And she obviously is very attractive.
Yeah.
Extremely so, obviously.
Huge binoculars.
Yeah.
And they would... why they did this? While she's talking, it would occasionally just... It's a PNG. It would just zoom in on the boobs of the characters. And then while that was happening, she'd be like, "You're disgusting. Why did you look at my boobs?"
It's the actual just audacity of this main character to be in a literal life or death situation. And the only thing he can think about is boning these guys.
Yeah, and then the dialogue is like, "God, I'm dying, but I don't know why I'm turned on." And then right as he's about to be killed, Erica, the knight, comes in and saves the day.
Yeah.
But she's also very attractive.
Huge banonkers on her as well.
And we've, obviously it zooms in on those binoculars at one point, and we catch ourselves catching a glance, which Erica thinks is disgusting.
Yes.
Yeah.
And Erica does not take nicely to this and throws up a couple of insults towards us and says, "Wow, you're so disgusting. How dare you objectify me while I'm trying to save your life," which I think, valid enough. You are looking at her in a way
But she also, but I remember she also says, because he was like, "I want to join your army to help defeat the Lord," but she's like, "Nah, we only allow women knights in our group."
Yeah.
And then he's just like, well, then what the fuck? What am I supposed to do?
And then in true fashion, he's like, these bitches,
Yeah.
these fucking women, they put me down. I hate women.
It basically turns into Read Over Healer.
Yeah,
That's what I kept saying.
Yeah.
he went from like 0 to full incel in like 0.1
Yeah.
seconds. It was crazy how being rejected once did that.
I was just like, damn, I am never going to complain about a faceless self-insert hentai protagonist ever again.
Yeah.
Because the biggest turnoff for me for this one was just how fucking down bad the protagonist is.
He's so whiny.
And
He's just whining.
and I'm like, okay, I can always handle like a casual gooning session. I know what being down bad's like.
Sure.
This man is on another level
He is
of down,
down
bad.
horrendous.
Yeah.
Like he is, and it's as well. It's just like the turnaround of where he's just like, oh, I don't want to die of version. I'm just like, maybe you should. Maybe you should.
Maybe you should.
Maybe you should.
During the sex scenes, I'm like, I don't want him to be getting it. If they didn't give him a character PNG, but if they did, 100% ugly bastard energy.
Oh, 100%.
This is a pure mind break, ugly bastard NTR coded hentai story.
So
100.
the story continues after we get rejected.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we go into the forest for some reason. And in the forest, a voice whispers out to us. It calls to us saying, come this way. Come towards.
Yes.
Come.
And then he's like, oh my God, my horny energy is I'm getting even hornier when I'm getting close to this whispering voice. And as he gets closer and closer, he's like, oh, I'm getting so horny. And then as he gets to the voice, we find it's a fucking sword. And the sword calls out to us saying, I sense that you have the horniest of all energy, and my sword will grant you nothing but power in
It's
this.
the Excalibur.
In this Excalibur.
Yeah.
And so now, emboldened by the sword Excalibur, he now goes back to Erica, who saved his life moments ago. And apparently the sword now allows you to have your way with women.
Yes.
Yeah, and then it turns into Fate Zero, basically, where it's just like, I command you to be in my fucking will or whatever. And then it's just like,
A
okay.
fucking command seal.
Command
appears.
seal
And he's like,
shows up
I'm like,
here.
so you know, I'm you know, at this point in the game, I'm trying to read the dialogue. You know?
Yeah.
And it's like, literally 5 minutes ago, he just got saved by this woman. Yes, she
Yeah.
said some bad things about him.
Yeah.
But she saved your fucking life.
She didn't
and
kill
now
you.
he's like, this fucking bitch. I'm going to fuck her. I'm going to fuck her because she deserves it for being such a bitch to me and not saying I can't join. And I'm like, what is wrong with this guy? This guy's such a fucking loser.
Yeah.
This is so unfun.
I'll tell you when I lost it. Like, it was like so fucking out of pocket or just out of nowhere. So he's fucking her. And then out of nowhere, you just hear,
Yeah.
and I'm like, what? What did he just do?
Yeah.
He fucking slaps her tits. And I'm just like, all right, that's
Why?
why? That's a little bit weird.
Yeah, that was weird. And
Yeah.
then the part that absolutely sent me was at the end of each thing.
Oh my God.
There is
bro.
one option
Yeah.
that it gives you with every single girl. I don't know why, but it always ends with pee on her or not pee on her.
It is the only input you have in this game.
Only input.
The only input.
I'm just like, why?
It's the way it's worded as well. It's like, urinate on the girl. Nah, I shouldn't pee right
Yeah,
now.
leave her alone.
What's also interesting is that as the game progresses, the dialogue about this pee gets weirder and weirder.
Yeah.
And it's like, it goes from decide to pee on her or
Yeah.
not decide to let her have the piss to nah, she don't deserve it. And it's
No,
like,
the one that killed me was like, he was like, I've got one final thing just for you. And then it's like, and that final thing is piss.
it's so dumb.
It's like, no, stop peeing on them, please.
So after he goes to Erica, the knight who just saved us, and
Yeah.
now made her his sex partner, slave.
Yeah.
He then, we go to another camp and we meet an elf.
Yep.
Who then he's
Also
like,
huge badonkers.
she's like, and he's like, hey, do you want to have sex? She's like, well, I'm okay. And he's like, you fucking bitch. What do you want? What do you mean you don't want to have sex? And then he immediately pulls out the sword and she now starts having sex with him.
Yeah.
And this pretty much continues onwards and onwards.
Yeah, I only
And
watched 2 sex scenes.
he stamps on her tit for some reason in
Yeah,
this one.
that one was weird.
I don't
I don't understand who this is for.
I don't know.
I mean, I
either.
do because
Who?
this is like
For people who are into that shit.
this
Who's
is
into
this is redo of healer. This
Yeah.
is just redo of healer.
But has anyone actually gone into this shit? Like for real?
Probably.
I think so. I think so.
Who?
I mean, well, not my friends.
I would love to like no judgment. A little bit of judgment. I would love to know in the comments, like people who actually like enjoy this stuff.
I mean,
and
it's
why.
kind of like
on a burner account, please.
It's kind of like a power fantasy in that sense.
Yeah.
But like, what took me out of it was just how fucking like one-dimensional this power fantasy
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
It's just like I hate women and I'm gonna get back at all women and it's just like come on man, come on. There's a part of me that is like, okay, I find it. You know, it can be hot when, you know, there's like the first girl, for example.
Yeah.
Like the first girl who just like seems super powerful, and you
Yeah.
know, in the progress of like hentai or something, you know, you
I reckon
kind of
there
break
are some
down the
power-
defenses,
yeah.
and there's like that's why like mind break is like a thing, right?
Yeah.
But when it's like just this blatant, it kind of just like takes me out of it, man.
because it's like when I'm reading it, I'm like, okay, either I don't know who made this game. If it's what team made this game. When you're reading it, you're like, this just comes out as really like bitter,
Yeah.
and either it's like maybe I know maybe they're not even bitter, or that's not the point, or they think like this is what the consumers want or whatever.
Yeah.
But to me, I was like, man, this is just like, if I actually because presumably to enjoy this scene, I need to understand his like reasoning.
Yeah.
Be
Yeah.
like, yeah, that makes sense.
Look.
So I can get into this world, right? And
Yeah.
I'm like, what kind of mental place do I have to be at to get this and be like, yeah, they're fucking Erica.
well, it's
Erica.
with like all these like hentai
Yeah.
games and eroges, it's like
Because
it's
some mind breaks, like you said, I think they're tasteful.
Yeah.
They can
it's
be.
fulfilling, you know, a fantasy, and in some of those fantasies are very, very dark
Yeah.
that you
Yeah.
can't do in real life, right?
Yeah.
So that's what these games are for. But like, I remember a couple of times as I was playing this game, I had to stop myself and being like, someone wrote this dialogue.
Yes, the dialogue is so bad.
Somebody wrote this dialogue and thought,
Bro,
good,
I got to
print that.
Dude, the dialogue is so ass.
I just don't understand. Like, I remember when I got to the second sex scene, 2 dialogue options in. I'm just like, why is he obsessed with slapping the tits? And then he keeps fucking doing it.
Although,
like,
I went further, there was a third goal.
Yeah.
Switched it up, smacked the ass instead.
oh, fuck.
Yeah,
Thank
yeah.
you.
And I was
finally.
like, thank you. That makes
Thank
a little
you.
more sense, you know?
The worst thing about playing this game is that it's on all the fucking achievements are on my Steam library. And I noticed when I played it, it was on your library, it wasn't on Gaunt. So I was like, how the fuck did Gaunt?
Oh, after I finished it, I immediately clicked remove from Steam library.
Fuck, I need to do that. It's like,
need to do that.
'cause I finished the whole game.
You finished the whole game?
I had it,
Are you serious?
I put an auto clicker on.
Oh, right.
And I just clicked. I went through because I just wanted to see what the game was going to do. And
Yeah.
I didn't read any of the dialogue after the second
Yeah,
goal.
yeah,
yeah.
And I just
Me
fucking
neither.
sped through it. And dude, it was so funny because I would occasionally stop and read the dialogue and be like, this is so fucking stupid. But there was some voice acting that was so bad.
Oh my god.
There was
yeah.
one girl that was supposed to be moaning and she sounded like...
She sounded like she was. She sounded like. You know what it sounded like? It sounded like the voice actress was receiving like the Heimlich maneuver.
Yes,
Where it's just like,
yeah, it was
and I'm like, do you have something stuck in your throat?
I was like, what is this?
I'm like,
what is this?
I'm like, what I am looking at is like, okay, out of context, what I'm looking at is like, okay, naked anime girl, right? I can
Yeah.
understand the appeal, but the moment you hear the voice acting, I'm just like, it takes me out of it because it's not.
I got to hear this.
It is
man.
not sexy at all.
Oh fuck, I don't know. Maybe I can skip through my point. Wow.
Yeah.
I can't remember.
So you finished it after the second one.
I beat all.
I
You beat it.
couldn't,
I
man.
went to all
I
21
couldn't.
encounters.
Jesus Christ.
It's fucking too much. Where's the sex count?
How long were you recording for? 2 hours?
No. This is all the games.
Oh,
fuck.
okay. I was gonna
I
say.
was gonna say, bro, I played for 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Man. Do you at least like?
Look at design.
Yeah.
Yeah, the character design's good. It's,
Do you at
it's,
least-
it's
do you at
classic
least-
Eroge.
Did you at least get to the first girl,
Me?
the demon girl?
Me?
Yeah.
I finished the game.
You go
Was she,
through-
was she the last girl we fuck?
Oh my god, you don't even know. You don't want to know what happens in the end of the game.
I do
bro.
want to know.
I
what
do
happens,
wanna know.
actually
I'm
because I'm
so
not gonna
curious.
fucking
Let me-
play it.
Yeah.
Let me explain then after I show you the
Yeah.
fucking moaning. Oh my god. Sorry. Oh, it was this girl. It was this girl.
Okay.
Bro.
Bro.
What is this voice acting, bro? Like, how is anyone coming to that? Like that alone, I was like, I inverted my penis. Like I was so fucking funny.
You know, when you're playing eroge visual novel like this, I feel like story is more important than anything because
Yes.
you don't have animation to carry it.
Yeah, because you don't have input really
Yeah.
in this game other than to pee or not to pee. And so I realized when I was watching, I was like, this is just a really low budget hentai.
Yeah.
Like it's just the worst version of it because there's no movement, you don't get a sense of character from that.
Yeah.
And so yeah, sorry, do you want to hear it again, Jay?
I mean, I heard it.
Okay, good. And bro. And so this game gets fucking I gotta get this off the screen, by the way. Hold on.